welcome to Kristen again. We are looking at a tank full of grapes from the Eileen vineyard, and it is in the middle of its fermentation right now. You'll notice it looks pretty dry and stemmy, and during fermentation what's happening is the yeast are converting the sugars into alcohol, and the main byproduct is carbon dioxide. And that attaches to all the solids, the skins, the seeds, and the stems, and lifts them to the surface. So we have a separation of juice and solids. And a lot of the flavor and the color is actually in the skin, so we want to make sure that we keep the skins in contact with the juice. And the traditional method to do that is to actually push solids back down into the juice. And you'd think that it's quite easy because they're just floating on basically gas, but in fact it is quite hard to do, and that's what we're going to demonstrate here, hopefully. I'm actually going to attempt to walk across this. I may fall in and then you can get it captured on video, but it is much more difficult than it looks like it should be. We try to do this every 8 hours during the peak fermentation, again, to try to keep the solids in contact. But anyway, here goes, and if I fall in, we'll have a record of it. But it's pretty solid.
Wow.
And so now Gavin's going to try to do it by hand. And you can do it, but it's a good job. Once you chip a little hole in it, it gets easier because you can kind of chip away at it. And then once you get the hole started, but you can notice that there's juice underneath, and you get kind of a big explosion of gases. Although I don't know if that's coming out on the camera at all. But go ahead, Gavin, one more time, and then we'll let the machine do it. Unfortunately, you probably can't hear it either, but it's just a surge of a lot of gas. It might be easier to demonstrate with the pneumatic tool. So, Troy, you go ahead and see if you can make a big difference. You notice how this is all coming up because it's exploding. Jerry, maybe you can come in and get a shot of the actual hole that's punched. See all the nice juice wine underneath? Anyway, not very exciting, but the alternative way to do this is to do what's called pumping over, which would be to take some of the juice off the bottom out of the valve and circulate it over the top. And that, a lot of people do that, although this is probably the more common method, especially with Pinot Noir, and certainly the more traditional method we use. So this is what takes place, like I said, 3 times a day until there's so little activity that there really is no more cap left to punch down. It's all sunk, or nearly sunk. It's gotten very soft, and that's pretty much when we decide to press.